welcome back to Mini-Modelog. If you've not been to the channel before, I tend to do sort of monthly news and mid-month news, and then I also cover unboxings for 40k, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, a lot of the Games Workshop stuff, but as well as Games Workshop, I'm pretty heavily into Guild Ball and really enjoy that too. So I try and do some unboxings for that and give you news on that as well. And I do reviews of different bits of kit. So if you've not been in for it and that all interests you, do check out my playlist where you'll see more of that kind of stuff. This video is my mid-month news video where I sort of catch up on all the new things that have come out from Warhammer community and so forth. So let's hit straight into it. Kill Team is the big thing at the moment that they're obviously pushing quite a lot. It's due out in the next month, I believe. It's an all-new skirmish game. They've done it before, but this is now getting its own box set. Before it was just a rule set. Now they've actually done a box set. Not sure on price, but I imagine it's between £50 and £95, which includes 2 teams, all the rules you'll need, a lot of scenery, very similar to the Necromunda box in style. And I believe the first 2 teams are Mechanicus and Gene Stealer Cult, if I've said that right. Apologies if I haven't. They've been doing a lot of faction focus though for this, and you've had Orcs, Harlequins, Drukhari, Astarte, Astra Militarum, Deathwatch, Tyranids, and there's a lot of things flying about on Facebook. I mean, I'm quite interested in the Astra Militarum because I have the original Gaunt's Ghost models that they released a while back, and I'm tempted to use those as Gaunt's Ghosts in a kind of Kill Team game. Will I buy it? I don't know is the honest answer. A friend of mine plays a lot of skirmish games. He really enjoys them. So I'm going to have a chat with him and see if he's going to buy it and see if there's an avenue for me to play it and give you guys more feedback on it. But as things currently stand, I can't really afford to jump into another game. I really need to develop the model, the armies I've got. So it's a kind of a catch-22 for me at the moment. Moving on though, Shadespire. I finally got some prices for you on Shadespire. So there's obviously the new leader cards, which are going to be £10. Now this is going to a small box set with sort of new strategies and things for your leaders for each of your warbands. I'm quite interested to get this because I'd like to see how many you get for each faction more than anything else. They haven't really revealed very much. There is stuff on the Warhammer community page if you want to take a look. I'll do a link to Warhammer community and I'll also do a link to one of the faction focuses. I'm sure you'll be able to find the rest through those. So do check out the links below if you're interested in any of these things that I'm talking about. So the new double-sided board is going to be out. It's £15 and I'm a bit kind of like, that's expensive considering the box set is £30. I've already got that. It does give you new rules because there's slightly different trap tiles and things which can cause you damage, which obviously for an Orc player is great because you inspire through damage. So will we see a rise in the Orc players? I don't know. I mean, a lot of tournaments I kind of spot on Facebook talk about how Magor's Fiends and the Chosen Axes are getting an awful lot of play at the moment. So be interested to see if there's a rise of the Orc in Shadespire. I'm not sure. But anyway, moving on, Age of Sigmar. So Age of Sigmar, the big news sort of from Age of Sigmar is that they are going to roll out a starter set kits, much like they did for 40k. So for 40k you had First Strike and I can't remember what the other one was called, and then you had the main box set. With Age of Sigmar, they're doing something very similar. You've got the magazine with the miniature version. I'm not quite sure how much that'll be. I imagine Storm Strike, which is the smallest box set if you like, will probably be around £25. And then there's a larger one called Tempest of Souls, again probably around £50. And then of course you've got the Soul Wars large box. So we have more coming from Soul Wars. There's so much more coming. I mean, obviously I've talked about endless spells in previous videos. I've talked about more stuff for the Sacrosanct Chamber. Obviously there's the new battle tomes for both the Nighthawk and the Stormcast, but I'm going to actually talk about the Stormcast battle tome in the review of the General's Handbook, which will be next week. And obviously you can see I've been having a read of it and actually having also a really good chat with a friend of mine who plays Stormcast and what his opinion is on this. So I gave him it for an evening, let him have a good read, and he's given me a bit of feedback. So look out for that video later on in the week. I hope you enjoyed what I've done here, and I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you've got any questions about what I've talked about, check it in the comments down below. And also check out those links like I talked about before. But I'll see you next week for the General's Handbook review. Have a good week.